your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming. This is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, dozens of police, deputies, and troopers gathered at the City of Scottsbluff Public Safety Building yesterday for the annual Law Enforcement Memorial Ceremony. Scottsbluff Police Chief Chris Brass welcomed those in attendance, who each year come together to honor the men and women who have died in the line of duty and show thanks to those who still show up to work each day.
It is with deep respect and sorrow that we come together today to honor the brave law enforcement officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. Their unwavering commitment to protecting our communities at great personal risk speaks to the courage and dedication they demonstrated every day. Today we remember not only their names, but also their families and the profound impact they had on our lives.
This year, former Scottsbluff County Attorney Doug Warner was the keynote speaker and shared stories of half a dozen officers who died while serving.
I want to personally express condolences to all the families of these fallen officers, express my appreciation personally for their service. I've been honored to have a front row seat in the workings of law enforcement for 38 years. And I ask you to remind your friends, your family, of the importance of this day.
Scottsbluff County Sheriff Mark Overman echoed Warner's sentiments and said that a law enforcement officer's career can end instantaneously.
And I just think it's important, and I really appreciate Doug telling those stories because we don't all know those stories, but some of these happen in the blink of an eye, and your life is over. But I think especially for a lot of these young officers, it's important to hear those stories, because if you've heard that happened, you think it could happen to me. And so maybe it'll make you think twice. Maybe it'll make you do something in a little different manner the next time you're going on call.
This year, the Nebraska State Patrol lost Trooper Kyle McCasey after he died in a tragic traffic accident in eastern Nebraska after a snowplow ran over him. Well, the victims keep coming forward against the former owner and operator of Dandy Duct in Scottsbluff County. 45-year-old Timothy Wilson was arrested earlier this year for allegedly duping and stealing tens of thousands of dollars from his customers for lying about HVAC work that needed to be done. Last month, a new round of charges were filed against Wilson, with the Village of Lyman saying that he charged $1,300 to clean the ducts at the library, but never did the work, a Gehring couple getting inflated quotes for unnecessary repairs, and a woman who was out $12,000 for construction she hired Wilson to do at Northwood Apartments in Scottsbluff. Wilson is set to be back in district court next week to be arraigned on a Class 2A felony charge of theft by deception more than $5,000 in connection to these latest allegations. And a Torrington man caught with a loaded 9mm handgun and cocaine while being arrested on a warrant last August at the Scottsbluff County Fair was back in court this week for sentencing. 30-year-old Reginald Smith pled no contest to charges of attempted felon in possession of a firearm and felony possession of cocaine back in May. On Wednesday in Scottsbluff County District Court, Judge Leo Dobrovony sentenced Smith to 2 years of traditional probation, with costs, enrollment fee, and first-month programming and drug testing fees to be taxed to the defendant. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back. After hours of debate on final reading, Nebraska lawmakers have given final approval to the two measures providing funding for the biennial budget. Legislative Bills 261 and 264 both passed with an emergency clause attached, meaning they will take effect with the signature of the governor. During discussion of the measures, Senator Wendy DeBoer of Lincoln said she had no confidence in this budget, likening it to the emperor with no clothes.
This budget is based on a series of sleight of hands with cash transfers where the money is maybe not there. And colleagues, I have a lot of concerns about passing a budget that is supposedly balanced, but when you really dig down into it, that balance is based on really questionable pillars.
During debate, Omaha Senator Michaela Cavanaugh continued her opposition to LB 264, which pulls money from various state agency cash funds, such as fees paid for historical designation applications to the State Historical Society.
We're legally stealing money because we've decided to make it legal. But we're still stealing the money. They still paid for a service that they're not receiving from the state. That's in 264. And you are choosing to not acknowledge that. That's a problem. That's a huge problem.
LB 261 passed on a vote of 37 to 11, while LB 264, which authorized a transfer of millions of dollars from various agency and department funds, passed 35 to 13. Well, lawmakers are off for the weekend, and while the mainline budget bills have passed final reading, there will be plenty of work waiting for them when they return to Lincoln on Monday. Prior to adjourning for the day on Thursday, Speaker John Arch of La Vista outlined some of the significant pieces of legislation awaiting debate. Arch said that will include an attempt at more property tax relief through LB 170.
M 1318, which proposes a plan for additional property tax relief. After completing LB 170, we'll take up Senator Roundtree's motion to override the gubernatorial veto on LB 319, his SNAP bill, which the body passed on final reading yesterday. On Tuesday, we will debate on general file Senator Hansen's LB 777, the medical marijuana regulation bill. Additionally, I will be scheduling the Second Judiciary Committee Priority Bill LB 150, which was reported to general file on Tuesday. Next week will include some select file and final reading, but I do not have that list ready to announce at this time.
Arch said the governor has until next Wednesday to return any line item vetoes in the budget, and scheduling override attempts will depend on when those are received. Just 10 working days remain before lawmakers adjourn sine die for the current session.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Ellen Simmons for the Rural Radio Network. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and the Nebraska Cancer Coalition is working to educate Nebraskans on the importance of skin cancer prevention. We're joined today by Nicole, a rural skin cancer survivor from Columbus who was diagnosed at the age of 16. Now, key statistic, when melanoma is found early, the chances of successful treatment are very high with a 99% survival rate. So, Nicole, thank you for joining us. You want to tell us a little bit about your story and how you were diagnosed with skin cancer?
Well, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. Like you said, when I was 16 years old, I was reading 17 magazine, and they had an article about another teenager that had skin cancer. They had like a picture of the ABCDs of melanoma, and it hit me. I had a funny looking mole that pretty much checked every box. So I showed it to my mom. She made me a doctor's appointment. We went in, I had a biopsy. 2 weeks later, I had my stitches out. I thought that was going to be the end of it. Unfortunately, I was diagnosed with malignant melanoma. It's pretty devastating to hear you have cancer, especially, when you're a teenager. But we had a plan. My doctor did what's called a white excision. He basically took the surrounding skin just to make sure it was completely gone, and it was. But over the next 10 years, I had 3 more reoccurrences of the melanoma. But again, they were successfully removed and treated. And at the same time, I had family members diagnosed with melanoma as well. So family history does play a role in that. If you have a family member with melanoma, unfortunately, that increases your risk of melanoma as well.
Sure. Okay. Well, looking back on your experience, can you share why you believe early detection of skin cancer is so important? And what advice would you offer to others about being proactive with their skin health?
Oh, yeah. Early detection is huge. If it's caught early enough, you have a 99% survival rate. Unfortunately, if it spreads, that percentage does go down. So besides the obvious, sunscreen, protective clothing, hats, sunglasses, we all know about that. Pay attention to your skin. Do regular self-checks in the mirror. If you have a spouse, a partner, someone you trust, have them check you out too. Sometimes they can see the things that you can't. And most importantly, get in and see your dermatologist. Get those yearly skin checks, go twice a year, whatever you got to do. Literally, it can save your life, that skin check. So who knows, if I didn't get my skin check, I might not be sitting here today. So if something looks a little funny, when in doubt, get it checked out.
Sure. And to be diagnosed at the age of 16, that had to have been so terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. It was. To be honest with you, I really don't remember much about that appointment. My doctor, he told me I had melanoma, and it's weird. Your brain does weird things. My ears kind of stopped working. I could see him, but I couldn't hear anything. I really don't remember anything after that. I kind of just blanked out.
Sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Nicole. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. That's Nicole. She is a rural skin cancer survivor from Columbus, and she was diagnosed at the age of 16. If you'd like to learn more about skin cancer, you can find that at necancer.org/skin cancer. May is Skin Cancer Awareness Month, and the Nebraska Cancer Coalition is working to educate Nebraskans on the importance of skin cancer prevention. I'm Ellen Simmons for the Rural Radio Network.
The summer heat will be here soon, but our hot summer savings sale is on now. Get $1,200 off every door and $800 off every window. Plus enjoy no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Get an extra 5% off your entire project if purchased on initial consultation. Hurry, this exclusive offer won't last long. Now is the perfect time to upgrade your windows and doors, so grab these hot savings while you can. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, no permit, no problem. This Saturday is free fishing and park entry day at Nebraska Game and Parks facilities. It's the one day each year when you can fish and visit state parks and recreation areas without needing to purchase a permit for the day. Game and Park officials encourage residents to take advantage of the opportunity by grabbing a rod and reel, finding their nearest park, or take part in many of the events planned at various recreational facilities. They say the outdoors is for all to enjoy, and that's what the annual event is all about. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.